The stakes could not be higher for 32 proud women as they compete in the inaugural Mae Young Classic. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, remember, it's still a single elimination tournament.
12 women have been eliminated. 12 have advanced to the Sweet 16. Now, the 8 remaining challengers will battle for the final 4 slots in the second round.
The brackets are shaping up in the Mae Young Classic.
The brazen Renee Michelle takes on the resilient Candice LeRae. Brazilian submission specialist Taynara Conti will attempt to take down the valiant Lady of NXT, Lacey Evans. The Queen of Suplexes, Nicole Savoy, will use brute force against the technical tactician, Reina Gonzalez. And finally, the sublime Kairi Sane will face off against Tessa Blanchard.
8 more of the most talented women in the world will compete in a must-win environment.
Tonight on the Mae Young Classic.
Another raucous crowd on hand here tonight at Full Sail University on the final night of round 1 of the historic Mae Young Classic.
Welcome everybody, I'm Jim Ross alongside of my Hall of Fame partner Lita. 4 slots remain. They'll be decided here tonight.
They are coveted spots, and those women know how much it means to move forward and make their mark in the Mae Young Classic. We'll start off tonight seeing Renee Michelle take on the 15-year veteran. Candice LeRae has been waiting for this moment for so long, and it is finally here.
My name's Renee Michelle. I represent Washington, D.C. I'm very excited. I'm ready to put all my efforts and my hard work into all of this. I want to show that us as women can be just as good or even better than the men. I have the charisma, I have the sass, I have the athleticism, I have the determination, the ambition, and I'm willing just to do almost about anything to get to what I achieve.
I'm Candice LeRae, and I am from Anaheim, California. To describe myself, I kind of use the term a modern-day Mighty Mouse. I am resilient. I have no fear. I will throw myself off of whatever if it gets me the victory. I try not to use the term high flyer. I am a high-risk wrestler. I think a lot of people are under the assumption that my husband, Johnny Gargano, is partly the reason I'm here. I have made it very clear to him that I want no help.
Candice has been in that ring since age 16, waiting for this moment.
And I want this more than anything else.
The following is a first-round match scheduled for one fall in the Mae Young Classic with a 15-minute time limit. Making her way to the ring from Riverside, California, Candice LeRae.
You know, Lita, Candice LeRae's enthusiasm is infectious.
It sure is, JR. And there is Candice LeRae's husband, Johnny Gargano, ringside to cheer her on tonight. JR, Candice LeRae had a message for you. She wanted me to tell you.
And that is?
She said she's tougher than you.
Hey, you tell her she's right.
Making her way to the ring from Washington, D.C., Renee Michelle.
Renee Michelle's got a MMA background. Very unique ethnicity she was sharing with us. She's Native American, Cuban, African American.
Yeah, she rattled off a whole bunch from her background. She was rattling off a whole bunch of claims in that video package we just saw, and we got to see if she can back them up.
Candice LeRae is a professional baker, so that makes her automatically near and dear to my heart.
Well, she's been a professional wrestler for 15 years, and that's what matters tonight.
Well, she is going to be looking to utilize Miss LeRae's Wild Ride. Now, you might have to explain what Miss LeRae's Wild Ride is, Lita.
She's not going to explain it. She's going to show it to you, hopefully. We may get a chance to see it later tonight.
She told us in our meeting, did Candice, that she began her fandom at 6 years of age. And I can relate to that.
Candice grew up with her brothers watching wrestling. I mean, as far as she knows, this is all that she's ever wanted to do.
And then her path leads her to marrying a wrestler. It's fate, ladies and gentlemen. So you'd think with all that glowing background information that this should be a layup for Candice LeRae. This just in. It's not. I just believe that Candice LeRae, based on what we heard, cover, is taking this much more seriously, and maybe I'm wrong, than Renee Michelle. There seems to be a more sense of urgency that you would get after being a veteran for all these years, getting this opportunity. Renee Michelle is just getting her journey started. So I don't know that she can take inventory of all that's around her right now.
For sure. I mean, Renee Michelle knows that this could be her opportunity to make her name tonight in this match against Candice LeRae right now. Nice.
Springboard, arm drag. Candice LeRae is she has just got this, we talked about her personality being so infectious. Taking a chance, the missile drop kick. Quickly going for a cover, got a near fall out of that. Arm barred, nice wide base. Perfect execution by Candice LeRae.
I mean, that's that veteran move right there. Candice LeRae scouts where she knows where she wants to go, and she knows where she needs to get this win tonight.
Candice giving up a lot of size. Oh, man.
Nice.
That was going to be a face buster. Kick downstairs and one to the head by Renee Michelle. And Renee Michelle has confidence from her MMA background to use those kicks quite effectively.
I liked seeing that. It looked like Renee Michelle was going to go take off and hit something else, but decided to try to go for the cover, get an opportunity while it's available.
Again, the back kick gets in by Renee Michelle. A modified neck breaker. Going face first to the canvas, and a near fall by the beautiful young woman from Washington, D.C.
You hear the rest ask if Candice can continue. She whacked her head pretty good there, but she is still in this fight.
Hard roundhouse kick, a couple of them. Going for a trifecta.
Whoa!
Nice counter by Candice LeRae. Just found a little bit of an opening, and what that has done for Candice is buy her some time. Amazing the enthusiasm, the level of enthusiasm for these great fans has just been amazing to me. The momentum. Clothesline, the back elbow.
Nice.
Neck breaker scores. Renee Michelle in trouble. So now it's going to be up to Candice LeRae to stay offensively focused.
Nice. Look at Candice LeRae firing up. She's had enough.
Referee having a little trouble containing the exuberance of Candice LeRae. Superman punch. Or maybe in this environment, Superwoman punch. The veteran follows her adversary in. Low drop kick. Well, that's about as low a drop kick as I've seen.
Nice.
Near fall as a result of the kicks of Renee Michelle.
Renee Michelle has an opening here, but she has got to capitalize.
Oh, Renee willing to take a chance, didn't pay off. And now let's see if Candice LeRae can capitalize. The expression on the face of Renee Michelle really tells a profound story of determination and consternation. Oh, look at that. Interesting way to get your opponent on the top turnbuckle.
Candice LeRae may be going for that second rope neck breaker. That's it! That, JR, is Miss LeRae's wild ride.
Renee Michelle did not fare well on Miss LeRae's wild ride. Johnny Gargano looking on. His wife is a winner. If you had Candice LeRae in the office pool, you win.
Renee Michelle taking just a little too long to be able to hit that moonsault. Gave Candice LeRae the opening she needed.
And then after the near fall here, we saw Miss LeRae's wild ride right there. Hey, that's a winner against anybody. That's a winner.
Here is your winner, Candice LeRae.
Big smile from the veteran. One step closer to reaching her life's goal.
And there we have it, Candice LeRae advancing on to the second round.
And coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, she is a judo expert from Brazil against a former Marine. Here's more about these ladies.
My name is Lacey Evans, the lady of NXT.
Oh, and the neck breaker here on DeVille.
I am a wife, mother, sister.
She is a former SWAT team member of the United States Marine Corps.
I take pride in what women all over the world fight for daily. If any opponent looked at me and thought that I was a pushover at any second, I would know for a fact they've never seen me train, because I've never been a pushover in my life. The only thing I push over are tires whenever I'm working. I'm hard-headed, and I do not give up. Everything that I do proves to the world that it's possible.
Meu nome é Taynara Conti, eu sou do Rio de Janeiro e eu tô aqui. Eu tô representando todos vocês. I'm the first Brazilian here and I make history for my country. It's amazing. I don't have words. I trained in all my life.
What a prospect. Been studying judo for 15 years.
If I put my submissions in one lady, she don't have choice. She will tap out. Eu vou usar toda a minha experiência, meus 15 anos de luta, para destruir cada pessoa que pensar que pode me ganhar.
Hey, look who's here. Little Miss Bliss. Alexa Bliss. She likes her some Alexa Bliss now.
following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Taynara Conti.
Taynara is just simply an amazing prospect in WWE. I know that she's been on the radar a long time. As you heard in the video package, she studied high-level judo 15 years.
Taynara made it to the Olympic tryouts for judo. That's how good this woman is. She's proud to be representing Brazil in this tournament.
Hello, happy to be meeting you. Oh no, if only you knew what I knew. Keep your evil eye.
From Paris Island, South Carolina, Lacey Evans.
That's right, son and boys playing too. Inside.
How about that? Mom's gonna wrestle.
He don't understand.
So quite the ringside support system for Lacey Evans, serving America as a United States Marine. And take that one step farther, Lita, she was in the SWAT team, the only female in the Marine SWAT team at her base. Well, I tell you, I don't know if there's such things you can't miss, but if there is, we may be seeing two of them. I like both these young women a great deal. From a professional standpoint, they got everything you want.
JR, as you would say, they have huge upsides.
Yeah, they really do. The thing that Taynara has got to battle is a little lack of experience. And the Marine training that Lacey Evans has undergone has been nothing sort of extraordinary, preparing her for life, but has it prepared her for this life? Nice throw, and quickly into a cover.
This is an interesting matchup. Both of these women highly prepared in life, but both new to the ring. Lacey dedicating this match to her daughter that we saw earlier.
Yeah, getting that flag from Mom, that's a pretty cool deal. Let's see if Mom can win it, because it's not going to be easy. Again, there's a kick over the top, great athletic maneuver right into the cover. I like the directness of going from the big kick, big time move right into a pin.
Lacey wasting no time.
Really, there's no time to waste. I mean, we've talked about this ad nauseum. If you lose, you go home. It's a hell of a long way from here in Brazil. You can't get there from here type thing, you know? So, and Lacey Evans got family here. This is what she wants to do for the rest of her life. And all hinges around winning.
Nice. Both of these women not giving each other space, and that is a good technique for both of them.
Both ladies very competitive as well, as you can hear and see. Big kick by Evans, going for a cover and got a near fall. Arm barred on the judo expert. You know, I was looking at Taynara is only 22 years of age, right? She's been studying judo at a high level for 15 years. Now, even an Okie like me can do that math. She started at 7. She wasn't playing with Barbies. Nothing wrong with that, kids. She was judo throwing people.
This seems to be a logical path for Taynara Conti to make, using this judo skill with throws like that.
Oh, what a throw! Could it be? And a kick out. Man, that caught Lacey Evans a little bit unaware. Really some straightforward but effective offense by the judo expert. I just found it unique. You look at kids around the world, there are different values, different likes and dislikes. So at 7, there's a cover. This Olympic hopeful was going to judo practice every day.
And using it right here with that Tomonagi that we just saw from Taynara Conti to Lacey Evans, only getting the 2 count, but staying right on Lacey Evans.
There'll never be a shortage or an issue of physicality for Taynara Conti. And at 22, she's going to get stronger and better and better.
Whoa.
Man, what a takedown and a strike. You know, Lacey Evans was a drill sergeant in the Marines. She trained other Marines. Imagine how that would be in a society where you got a primary male force and you're taking orders. Oh. There's a counter, cover shoulders down. From a female Marine who could damn sure back it up. But this Marine's got her hands full here. The young lady from Rio. Something about Rio. Where Pat Patterson won his Intercontinental title, I'm told.
Whoa.
Nice knockdown. And now the bigger, stronger Lacey Evans has stepped up, reasserted herself. Front face lock into a nice neck breaker.
Nice move, Lacey Evans.
Oh! Well, I'll tell you this, I see, you mentioned it earlier, the upsides. Fireman carry pickup here. Uh-oh. Look out. Oh! The impact, the legs are hooked, it's over. Man, Lacey Evans set that up. Executed what she wanted. When she finally got control back, they could fend off the judo throws. It came back to catch as catch can, and the Marine wins it. Take a long look at this, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be a time that we're going to see in our lives where Taynara Conti is not going to have this happen often. Have the other person's
Here's your winner, Lacey Evans.
Well, our bracket continues to unfold and evolve.
As Lacey Evans moves on to face Toni Storm in the second round.
That's going to be a great matchup. Lacey Evans and Toni Storm, and Taynara says, I won't forget this. I guarantee you she won't. One thing we can't forget either, Charlie Caruso.
Thank you, JR and Lita. A big win for the All-American Lacey Evans, who moves on to face the Aussie upstart, Toni Storm. So far, 14 women have each punched their ticket to the Sweet 16, and only 2 slots remain. Vying for one of those slots will be Nicole Savoy, the queen of suplexes, taking on second-generation wrestler Reina Gonzalez, who hopes that all of her knowledge will help give her the edge in this first-round showdown.
My name is Reina Gonzalez. My dad is Rick Desperado Gonzalez.
Ricky Gonzalez was a very accomplished pro wrestler.
I'm a collegiate athlete. I plan on being hard-hitting and coming at them fast. I'm a 6-foot athlete. My athleticism is what's going to catch them by surprise. I try to bring that strong style, hard-hitting, and give you guys just a powerhouse. I don't plan on showing any mercy when it comes to this tournament. I'm here to push through who Reina Gonzalez is so that the whole WWE universe knows it.
I am the queen of suplexes. My name is Nicole Savoy, and I am from Sacramento, California. I'm a very aggressive person. When I'm not putting submissions on my opponents, I actually go for throws. It's just fun throwing bodies around the ring. I like to talk a lot of trash.
Keep your eye on this very physical young woman.
Everything that I've worked for is finally paying off. I'm one of the best in the world, and it's go time.
contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Sacramento, California, Nicole Savoy.
The queen of suplexes. She's had extensive MMA training, 5-year pro, who said that she emulated a lot of her game to our colleague, Medusa.
The WWE Mae Young Classic is brought to you by Rocket League, an award-winning hybrid of arcade soccer and driving. Rocket League is available now for PS4, Xbox One, and Steam PC.
And her opponent, from Rio Grande Valley, Texas, Reina Gonzalez.
Nice outfit.
Figured you liked that. You okay with that hat?
I'm good. Oh,
Gimmick
yeah.
Infringement.
Absolutely. No gimmick infringement. She's in the Rio Grande Valley, the same place as Michael Cole. I've heard he wears outfits like this quite often down there. Reina, seriously, is a big-time college athlete. Played basketball at Sam Houston State. A legit 6-footer. Texas high school all-state basketball player. Built her strength by working on a ranch. As we said, her dad is a journeyman wrestler. Good skill set, Ricky Gonzalez. But he made sure his little girl went to college first before she got in the wrestling business.
Reina says she likes to pay tribute to her father when she's in the wrestling ring because he stopped pursuing his dream to be able to raise Reina as well as her sister, and she really appreciates that.
Dad, Ricky Gonzalez, being a father first over his career. Very admirable, quite frankly. So we'll see if young Reina can bring home the victory here against a really tough 5-year pro in Nicole Savoy. Oops. Strength blocks the armbar takedown. Hard slam. The one thing that Reina Gonzalez will always have going for her, she's going to be bigger and stronger than most of her adversaries. There are just not that many 6-foot women that weigh, I'm guessing around 200. She's in great shape. She's just a big, evolved athlete. You don't become a Texas high school all-stater with average skills. It's impossible.
You see Reina early on demonstrating her power, her size advantage, and Nicole Savoy is having a little bit of a problem trying to figure out how to work around that.
Nicole Savoy again trying to knock down Reina Gonzalez with the shoulder tackle. Just not working. Nicole is also another athlete along with Shayna Baszler, trained by Josh Barnett. And a nice Hurricane Rana counter by Nicole Savoy, the queen of suplexes, she calls herself. That's a way to take somebody down, right? Handful of hair.
Quick hair pull can stop anything, as well as a big lariat from Reina Gonzalez.
Reina keeping things in her wheelhouse. Exactly her pace, her skill set. Remember, she's only 26. She's still learning, putting her game together. That's why, but she's considered a great prospect.
Oh.
Hard kick right to the upper back. The one thing I'll say about Reina Gonzalez, I love her aggression. Very aggressive.
Reina is not giving Nicole any room to hook in for any of her suplexes.
Big left foot, got right in the face. Oh, sidewalk slam by Reina Gonzalez. Looking for a 3 and almost found it.
You spoke of the training earlier from Nicole Savoy by Josh Barnett, as well as she sought the expert and the veteran status of Mercedes Martinez for advice along the way in her career.
can't get too much good advice from great sources. And quickly, Reina Gonzalez finds her way out of bounds, if you will. Nicole Savoy may be having some issues with her leg. She's not moving like we thought we might see her move. She has been unable to figure out how to suplex Reina Gonzalez. Fireman carry pick up by Gonzalez. What am I going to do with her? She may be thinking. There's a double wrist lock applied by Nicole Savoy.
Nicole's trying to get in there, but not able to lock anything in. Not quite in position, but she sure is now. If she can get Reina Gonzalez other hand free.
Cross arm breaker is the goal.
Looking for the juji, but Reina's not letting go.
I would say the submission really is the goal, but now she's got it. Cross arm breaker. Once it gets locked in, it becomes very academic. We've seen Ronda Rousey win match after match with that same move, the cross arm breaker.
Nicole Savoy moving on, but as you can see, she is favoring that right knee.
Two women that will not back down. One of them's going home.
Here is your winner by submission, Nicole Savoy.
Nicole Savoy, as you will see, advances in our bracket.
You know Candice LeRae was watching that to see who she would face. It'll be Nicole Savoy in that second round, and JR, there is only one spot left.
We are excited about the final match of the first round in the Mae Young Classic. I have not heard a buzz like we have been hearing about Kairi Sane, who's featured in this next matchup.
I mean, I know I am excited to see this matchup. Kairi Sane, in just such a short time, has been a huge sensation in Japan. Globally, she is here now in the Mae Young Classic, potentially the woman to beat.
And ladies and gentlemen, her opponent, certainly one of the other women to beat, a third-generation star. I knew her grandfather, Joe Blanchard, her dad, Tully Blanchard, a Hall of Famer. Tessa Blanchard's got a lot to prove here in the Mae Young Classic. Now is the time to do it. We expect an outstanding matchup between these two women.
When Tessa Blanchard hits that ring, she changes into a completely different person.
Making her way to the ring from Charlotte, North Carolina, Tessa Blanchard.
She has a lineage second to none, the daughter of none other than WWE Hall of Famer Tully Blanchard.
Tully Blanchard, you could do it all again.
You know, I'm so proud to be a Blanchard, to have that family name. But I don't want to ever be handed anything because of my last name.
She's a student of the game. She grew up around the business. She knows what it takes to get it done inside the ring.
I'm going to go in there full force, and I'll do what I need to do. It's my turn to make my own name. My name is Kairi Sane. 私は、このトーナメントではただ一人のジャパニーズ日本人なので、やっぱりジャパニーズスタイルっていうのは何かっていうのをもっともっとたくさんの人に知っていただきたいし、あとはやっぱりカイリー・セインのオリジナルのスタイルを、皆さんに届けたいし、見てほしいですね。
Kairi's buzz has preceded her here. She is finally in a WWE ring.
今回私は一人で、日本代表としてこのトーナメントに挑みます。挑むからには必ず優勝を目指して、そして必ずこの32人という大勢の中でも爪痕をしっかり残したいと思いますので、どうか応援のほどよろしくお願いします。行くぞ
There you see the charismatic superstar, Shinsuke Nakamura. And who do you think he might be pulling for in this one?
following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan, Kairi Sane.
Let's go on an adventure, JR.
Oh, she's a dandy pirate. Man, this is one of the most personable, sweetest young women I've ever talked to.
She said, please cheer for her. She said, please.
Yeah, she did say please. But her reputation of being a global star has preceded her to the Mae Young Classic. I know that WWE officials have been looking to sign Kairi Sane for a long time. Whether that happens or not remains to be seen, but she is a superstar of significant proportions. Third generation means a lot.
And her opponent from Charlotte, North Carolina, Tessa Blanchard.
We talked about the fact that Tessa's grandfather, Joe Blanchard, was a all Big 7 wrestling champion. You may ask, what the hell was the Big 7? The Big 7 was there before the Big 12. So Joe was a wrestler at Kansas State University. So her grandpa could get it done. Her dad, Tully, Hall of Famer. And she also has been raised largely by Magnum TA, who married her mother. She's got wrestling all around her.
It seems to be the ongoing narrative with these second and third generation wrestlers. Their parents didn't want them to get into this line of business, but they went and did it on their own.
We've heard that same story from Rachel Evers and others, but and we heard it from Tessa. And here we are. We're ready to go. Bell sounds. The last match of the first round of the Mae Young Classic.
It is amazing to think one of these two women is not advancing. I would think both of these women would go very far in this tournament.
That's a great point from a Hall of Famer. Two great ones, but one of them is going home. Caught elbow tie up. Tessa got a little advantage in size. Maybe strength, I think. But experience and the uniqueness of Kairi Sane is going to be challenging to deal with. Kairi with almost an inquisitive look on her face, like, you would really hit me on the break, wouldn't you?
I mean, both of these women are definitely feeling each other out. They know the magnitude of this match. They know one of them is going home, and neither of them wants it to be them.
For those that may be wondering about Kairi's ring attire, she's a yachts person. She's a yachtsman. She likes boating. Just thought I'd bring you folks up to date on that so you get it. Tessa's strength will be advantage Blanchard, I think. Good counter. Nice chain wrestling by Tessa Blanchard for the hammerlock to the side headlock, and kind of using that clenched fist there a little liberally.
You saw as she knew what she was doing. Tessa turned her away from the referee before she used those closed fists on Kairi to get a slight advantage.
Kairi with a cradle.
Oh, nice.
Man, that's what a blockbuster. Pretty darned impressive. The thing about Kairi Sane we've seen on videotape is that she has amazing quickness, very elusive. I mean, slowing her down is like trying to pour smoke through a keyhole. Good luck with that. Nice neck breaker. Oh, Tessa. Tessa scores, go for the cover. She does, and got a 3. No, she doesn't have a 3. Tessa Blanchard with a pronounced near fall as Kairi Sane holds her lower back.
Oof. Nice.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, the innovation, the impact. The results are via near fall.
Man, both these women bringing it.
Gosh, take another look at this sequence.
Boom,
Boom.
right position.
Man,
Scoops Kairi away from the ring ropes, just trying to get that pin.
that was just a beautiful execution by Tessa Blanchard. Abdominal stretch. Kairi, the point of the elbow to the quadricep, causes some separation. Oh, Lord. Oh, that's a, oh, hell. Wow, what a shot. 3 of them. And if there was a standing 8 count, we'd have one.
Wow.
Kairi retaliates with a spear out of nowhere. That spear came from parts unknown. In downtown parts unknown. Look at the heart of Kairi Sane. Man, I thought Kairi was done, to be honest with you. And how wrong was I? Big chop. Another knife edge.
Kairi marching to the end of the plank. Oh,
That sliding forearm
Kairi
shot.
calling for the elbow already? Are we gonna see this?
Kairi may have got a little premature on advertising the elbow. He comes off with a forearm instead. Look at the ankles are locked together and over the head of Tessa Blanchard. Man, these are two really smart, beautiful, powerful women. And the fans love this action. And look at this octopus hold. Submission time. Will Blanchard submit? Look at Tessa's strength and willpower.
Heading
The
to
drive
the
and
ropes to get free. Man, the fact that one of these women is not advancing is insane. They are incredible competitors.
But there's no redrawing. That's the tournament. Unpredictable nature of this tournament. Fans here certainly have seem like they have acquired Kairi as their favorite, at least a good part of them.
At the moment, they'll be.
Yeah, you're right. Tessa maintaining wrist control to deliver those clotheslines, back suplex. And now going for the cover. Sensing up on that leg and got a near fall to Tessa Blanchard.
You notice both of these women, neither one of them are throwing away a pin. They are hooking deep every single time, trying to get that win, trying to get to that second round.
That says a lot about this whole match and what it means to both women. And as my Hall of Fame partner has pointed out, it's a damn shame that one of them's going home. These are two of the top prospects in the whole game right here that you're seeing right now here in the Mae Young Classic. The headbutts. Uh-oh. Kairi Sane is in jeopardy.
Oh!
Man, I think Kairi was able to move away enough to maybe be able to kick out, and I guess so. Tessa did not get everything she wanted in that senton.
You can see the shock on Tessa's face. She thought she had it all. She has to regroup, and she has to regroup fast.
Blanchard jerking on the hair. Kairi Sane pulling Kairi up. Another chain move. Hammerlock. Front face lock. Combination offense. Elevation to a sunset flip, countered. The running elbow blocked. And another near fall, man.
Wow.
Tessa's kick was blocked by Kairi Sane. Big foot right to the spine of Tessa Blanchard. Really a physical matchup. Back and forth, both ladies fighting to gain an extended advantage. Guess what time it is?
Sailing the seas, the crowd wants that.
Kairi Sane getting her game face on. Oh my God!
Makes contact.
The elbow. Yes!
Wow!
What a magnificent elbow drop. Man, then we just saw a hell of a wrestling match. What a contest.
Kairi Sane deserved that last spot. She fought so hard for this victory.
It was really, if it came down to a one whole match. Kairi got the elbow in and that shut her down, but Tessa Blanchard had this thing going her way. Tessa makes one mistake early on, and there you see that big Superman punch that didn't get it done.
Tessa was folded up so tight, still got out.
And then that stiff kick right to the spine.
Follows it right up with another right to the spine of Kairi.
All the lower back, but this was a mistake. And look at Tessa's face told the story. She played her hand right there. She hurt herself on the senton, did Tessa Blanchard. And then this was the result of a phenomenal gravity-defying elbow drop. Wow. What a way to close out round one.
Here is your winner, Kairi Sane.
So devastating. You see the face of Tessa Blanchard, the emotion there. Still giving that round of applause. What a sign of sportsmanship to Kairi Sane. Wow, I love seeing that respect of two competitors. That is such a classy move. Tessa is so upset right now, but to be able to give props where props is due to Kairi Sane, I love that.
That's really good race for Tessa Blanchard, whose heart's been broken by Kairi Sane, whose life has changed now by winning this match here in the first round.
Going on to face Bianca Belair, who's also trying to make her name. Anything can happen in this Mae Young Classic, as we saw tonight with Kairi Sane's victory.
The Mae Young Classic is just that, and a huge victory for Kairi Sane to close out the first round. And folks, whatever you do, keep it right here on the WWE Network for exclusive coverage of the Mae Young Classic.